Yeah, I mean, you know, credit to Pat Coyle and Brad Self for assembling this team, but you know, we know that Robert Hope and Dylan Ward are that core, you know, on the back end, and you know, when you have a good goaltender in the NLL, you know, it's a very nice thing to have, and they have their guy, and Robert Hope has proven himself to be a true leader, and he's the backbone of this team back there.
Well, quick shot right off the jump for Andrew Q. We'll also be watching the face-off circle. More to come on that, but Trevor Baptiste in there. They're former DU pioneers all over the place. Of course, John Gallant now occupies the sidelines as defensive coach, defensive coordinator for DU. Again, a head coach, a former pioneer there as well. And we've got a few. There's one of them, Wes Berg, and a familiar face launching his first shot of the night. Connor Robinson, and San Diego retrieves the rebound, and they're going to get their cycle going. Interesting to see Connor Robinson in here. You know, sometimes, Jamie, you've talked about it a handful of times because we always have guys traded and coming back. There's a shot saved by Ward. But I just think it's interesting that's Trey Leclerc, who had himself quite the game last week against Halifax. Sometimes it's weird to play your own team. Oh, streaking in from the outside, Shaq Hanna, another former DU pioneer. Now that one was shut down. Not quite the air gate we've been used to seeing. But so many faces have changed on this Mammoth team. I don't know that we haven't had a chance to talk to Connor. I don't know if it's quite as weird as it would be. Now the defenses stay largely the same, but not quite a full group of teammates he returns to here with all the changes in Colorado. There's one right on the doorstep, and that's going to be a goal. They're going to get it going early. Literally just throwing it back to where his guy could win the loose ball. There's another shot turned away by Ward. Last time Dylan Ward was in this building. Met him all the time. Proud to see so many in the NLL here and in the outdoor leagues. Another save by Ward. Westberg might be the most special of them all.
Can't do that in the crease anymore, but definitely a good soak there by the San Diego Seals defenseman, just jumping in front of that one so that Riglieri did not have to make the save.
Riglieri was just another shot and a goal. Vela a couple of times. Vela actually went back at him. No actual fight ensued, but there's a shot and a third goal on the night. And again, they've got it going in full force. That was Trey Leclerc. Baptiste does what he does best, win a face-off. It's going to work as a tip pass. There comes Westberg. Now he shoots. Dylan Ward got enough of it. It's just going to rest at his feet, and he'll corral it before anybody can get it in. And Leclerc trying to get some things worked out in the tunnel, so he wasn't a part of that. Now the offense is trying to get going from Colorado. Q throws the pick from Malcolm.
We got Westberg just hanging out in the offensive end. He's not happy about a missed call. He's having a conversation with the official, and smart play by the Mammoth to get a defender out there, because you don't want that man in between the pipes.
Westberg doing some work, going to take a shot. Oh, that sneak, that was snatched up and shot again. They're saying no goal.
Save. Connor Robinson came off holding his head. There's a big save at the other end, but Connor Robinson came off that save holding his head because of the save that Dylan Ward made.
Well, and that's something that he's used to seeing. They've gone against each other in practice so much. We'll see if who knows whose tendency's better, I guess, a little bit tonight. I know you saw some of those familiar sweeping outside shots from Connor in the game last week. Although, Jamie, again, talking about it, Connor was a big goal scorer, and now they're working it around. There's another shot turned away. That is, again, Trey Leclerc, who got the Charlie horse, I think, in his leg worked out, although he looks like he's laboring a little bit to get back. Certainly didn't show that he was being bothered by too much in live action there, but you talked about Connor Robinson, a little bit more assists than goal shooting this year, but no, either way, I'm sure San Diego's happy with their acquisition.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they the Mammoth ended up getting a pair of draft picks for Connor Robinson, one compensatory first round and a second round. So here comes a transition opportunity. San Diego will settle it down, but yeah, I think both teams, again, San Diego's looking for, you know, just goal scoring that left side. Corey Small adds to that depth as well. Zach Courier's playing up front, so they got a lot of weapons there on that left side. And I think it opens up a lot of room for Connor Robinson to do what he does best.
Well, and I believe that the compensatory pick was also used in the Jack Hanna trade, not to mention Colorado gets Andrew Q, and listen, Andrew Q has been more than advertised. He has been just phenomenal for this Colorado team. So, situation where I think it's worked out for everybody, although you and I talked to Connor Robinson so many times on our podcast. And Westberg gets on the board. And it's now 4-0.
Right, I know the crowd right now trying to get him back into it, but San Diego has come out here, really foot on the gas and stayed into it.
Westberg, oh, that almost snuck through Dylan Ward, but just went wide of the pipe. That was almost 6-0. Now the crowd trying to find something to cheer about, as Johnny described. He's going to cheer a big hit there. You know, it's so interesting too watching Trevor Baptiste. Now, Matthew Pilato has been really, really good for this Colorado team at the face-off dot. We talked plenty about that as Will Malcolm tries to get Colorado on the board, turned away by Wrigley as he had the pipe sealed off.
But, you know, Colorado, they've started to press up here. Right? So head coach Pat Coyle is starting to get the defense to press up, and you can see it's picked up the tempo of the game here so far.
Big rebound off Dylan Ward. Trailing a little late to Jack Hanna. Now he's wide. Malcolm looks at him, decides he's going to take a little bit of an alley provided by Q. Shot goes off Wrigley, so that allows Dylan Ward to scoop it up, and he looks to throw it down floor, but there's some change going on. I'm not sure Colorado was all on the same page. Will Malcolm is, though, and he gets it. No, it's not going to go in the crease.
Playmakers. There's a long shift for Malcolm, too, and Andrew Q went off for that possession.
There's a shot shouldered down by Dylan Ward. Looking for a transition opportunity. He doesn't see what he wants, so he's just going to go with the short pass and up to Hope, and Mammoth move it out of their zone. Now back to Hope is Thomas Vela. They're trying to pin him in. Both Mammoth players at the line were met aggressively by that San Diego defense. There's a running shot, and it's in! McIntosh! Those got to tighten the screws. We'll get John's thoughts on what they need to do defensively as they chat it out at the quarter break, which will be here in about a minute and a half. There's another opportunity for Colorado, and Wrigley had it.
Against a few tired San Diego Seals defenders.
Coming in there, there's another shot. That's turned away. That was Braden Saris with it. Ball whistled in. Berg takes a shot. Oh, and dunk attempt. Is that in?
Wow.
That's in, and it's with half a second left. I thought it was a shot. I guess Dylan Ward did too.
He's got that tall, lanky body, and he's been a huge addition. You know, the absence of Eli McLaughlin clears up space for Will Malcolm to be able to use his speed. So I think it's just a compliment of players that you have on that left side, and Andrew Q has definitely filled his role.
And definitely, you talk to people, definitely a veteran voice down there. There's a shot. That's turned away. That's Jack Hanna, the other big piece. Johnny, as they head down to play defense, what are some of the things you'd adjust after that 6-goal first quarter by San Diego?
Well, you're going to have to start generating some offense right from your defense and getting some transition. And then secondly, you know, as we kind of said earlier, they're starting to pack it in a little bit more, right, to help defend against the inside rolls on the pick here, right? But it's honestly, it's a little bit of the urgency and a lack of urgency, even on that last play, right, doubling the ball, you know, man down. And so it's you gotta increase the urgency. You gotta be disciplined in what you're doing, and then don't allow these big bodies to get inside.
Getting inside, still McIntosh. A great save by Wrigley. It was just he and McIntosh, and he makes the save.
You know what Colorado's talking about here at the end of the first quarter. You know that it's going to be a challenge because obviously they got a great goaltender in net. They got a great face-off guy. It's going to be hard to go on runs, so they're going to have to generate offense in different ways out here, not just 5-on-5.
Pilato out there providing some defense. Now Warren Jeffrey defending. Another shot turned away. That was Trey Leclerc with it. And Hess takes it up floor. Now Hess looking maybe go all the way. Decided to change his mind halfway through. A little swim move there. Throw it back up top. Owen Ron with it now. Owen Ron will go to Q. Q gets it to Malcolm. Malcolm now fires back to the right. Ron cross, and there's a shot from Andrew Q, and that's what he's been doing a lot for Colorado. And a nice pass from Owen Ron.
You know, and that's something, you know, San Diego's talking about here on my left. You know, got to get to the stick head and not be a screen for your own goalie.
Goal number 28 on the year for Q8. Braden Saris with that one.
They are pressing. That was one thing. It seemed like San Diego had the ball the entire first quarter there. So some great possessions here, some good second possessions the Mammoth have got.
Oh, he tried to dial in the position of it, but ended up going right off the San Diego player. Now it leads to a breakaway. Shot turned away by Dylan Ward. Come on. Not from that air. There's Jack Hanna going to work. Oh, what a creative shot, but Wrigley read the stick head all the way. With more on our guy, Trevor Baptiste, says first we got Jack Hanna back in action, and he's going to put one in. He's going to put Johnny on hold, and Jack Hanna's on the board. San Diego working it around. Connor Robinson has it. Familiar place for him to shoot. There's Westberg. He'll put it in. Westberg, the trigger man.
To where his wing play is there. So Colorado's doing a great job, with their wing play here, collecting those ground balls.
There's a shot and a goal. Oh, from the outside, what a snipe. That's Zach Currier.
That's another goal shooting around a defender, right? And that's really hard, for Dylan to track.
Oh, right away, right on the doorstep, and flying in. Q can't quite find that. Ball's available to be had, but he picks it back up. Shot clock's running down. They got to fire one. Now he'll fire. There's another one to Malcolm. He's going to put it in. Rebound to Malcolm. Goal.
Ready to go. I feel like they plan, pre-game that they're going to play, and you have to have that mindset, and I know Nathan Whittem does.
Oh, off the pipe. Good ground loose ball, but it does come up Colorado. Hess with it.
2-on-1.
Oh, with the spin move, Hess shoots, scores! Dylan Hess, welcome to the show.
Right, you turn the ball over. How hard is it offensively not to want to press?
It's hard, especially.
Oh, what a play by LeClaire! Oh, beautiful pass, but LeClaire with a little spin down low. I don't think Whittem ever knew where the ball was, and LeClaire puts it in.
Yeah, I don't think Whittem saw that shot coming. Not a traditional behind the back. I think that's. Oh.
Yeah, we needed a penalty. It wasn't called. Steinhaus going to take a shot. That's saved by Whittem. Whittem looks to advance immediately back up floor. Q's ready. He finds his space and rips it home. Great defense that time by San Diego. Push Malcolm away. I think that was Steinhaus on the D. Oh, a little foot pass and a shot. And it's in. The man that scored his first career goal tonight, and Hess, he's going to pass it off to Ron. That'll be a push from behind with possession. Oh, it went in. By LeClaire, but turned away by Whittem. Ball's hopping all over the place. Simmons with the big check.
We're going to get numbers here for the Mammoth.
And he creates an open look. There's a shot by Edwards, and it's tied. Hanna with it. Will they find the Robinson matchup? They have. Hanna's on Robinson, trying to do a swim. Now he's going to work his way in. Little back shovel pass. Now he tries to shovel again. It's in. Hanna with the rebound, and the double shovel works.
After review, the call on the field has been overturned. The shooter's crease was in the crease, part of the ball crossing the goal line. San Diego returns the second half timeout.
Let's see if they can get inside, the Colorado defense.
Well, they got inside that time, and that's exactly what you talked about, and that's going to be Zach Currier. What a quick first step and another highlight goal. Andrew Ron showing all sorts of creativity down there by the net. Now Q, he picks his spot, just like he lobbed it in. San Diego's not unfamiliar with regular season wins in this building, trying to notch another one tonight and get another victory. There's a shot by Watson. Oh, it didn't go in. No, it did go in. Trades places with Hanna. Throws it in the corner to Saris. Saris hits Malcolm. Malcolm changes directions, fires low. Oh, it went off the pipe and then off the leg, but stayed out. San Diego took a 5-0 lead to start this game. Colorado's battled back. They tied it again on the hat trick by Hanna. And I don't think that one will come off the board. Hanna. McIntosh low. Now they work it back up to Hanna. Here comes the player out of the box, and it doesn't matter. He could not get the Q. Q has a hat trick. Q has 4 now.
We've seen that in this building. Yeah. We've also seen another one this year. I believe it was Hartley had a big hit, but I'm surprised not.
Dylan scores! Dylan scores goal number 2 of his career and gives Colorado the 2-goal lead.
They were
They're letting it go, and it's over.
Yeah, they might have called over and back.
It is
there,
over.
but
And Colorado gets back on its winning ways.